Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the very first broadcast of the system I use to generate leads online and the system that I use to create relationships with people on social media. So first of all, I want to tell you a little bit of a story about why I do this and how it works. So those of you who know me know that I'm all about creating a brand on social media. And if you connect with me, I can certainly send you a webinar that I did a couple of weeks ago on how to create your brand and what your brand should look like and so on. And I did record that webinar, so I can send it over to you if that's something you would like me to do. What I want to show you, though, firstly, is a little bit about branding and why branding is important. So I'm going to just hop over here to Facebook, and let's just take a peek here at my Facebook profile. So when you are connecting with people, either offline or online, the first place that people are going to look to see what you're all about is social media. So they're either going to look on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter. So what I usually tell people is pick a platform, pick one platform and get really, really good at it. When we try and spread ourselves too thin across all of the different platforms, none of them will become effective. So pick one. And for me, the first one I picked was Facebook. I've since moved over to Instagram, but I picked Facebook and really built my branding there, so that when I was out meeting people, I would always say, why don't we connect on Facebook? And I would immediately add them as a friend, because intentionally I wanted them to take a look at who I was and what I was up to. So I always say to people, the best business card out there is the brand you build on social media. And no one can ever take that away from you. You may have a job, you may get fired, you may switch companies, but no one can take your brand away from you. It will carry with you for the rest of your life, if that's what you choose. And you can leverage it across businesses and for different purposes. So, in my opinion, every single person on earth should have a brand on social media to leverage. So let's take a look at my brand. My brand is all about inspiration. It's about entrepreneurship. It's about empowering people to take a step in their lives, whatever that step may be, to help them create whatever they want. It may be freedom, it may be happiness, it may be wealth, it may be health, it may be whatever, but my message is to be brave and take that step. So, my other messages are happiness, family, and my business. So if you look at my profile, that's what you're going to see. And so, let's take a look here. I posted this through Instagram this morning. Remember to laugh with your family today. Just a simple, inspiring quote. And I got some comments, some likes. Here I was sitting with my daughter on the front porch on Saturday afternoon, perfect lazy afternoon on the porch with my girl. And there we're happy, healthy. So 80 people liked this picture. I got a whole bunch of comments that, I'll be able to interact with people on. And then I write some inspiring quotes, some things for people to think about. Success is like an elevator. Sometimes you have to stop at each floor and let people off who in your life is holding you back. That one got a ton of comments, some shares. So you get the idea. Do less with more focus. And again, what you're trying to do here is be consistent with what your brand is and create engagement, meaning getting likes, getting comments, replying to the comments, creating dialogue with people. And the reason that's important is the more activity that is on your posts, the more that Facebook will show your stuff. And you want Facebook to show your stuff because you want to become highly visible so that you can grow your friend list and you can grow your follower list. So somewhere on here, it shows how many followers I have. I think I have over 2,000 followers now. So, you know, over 7,000 people in total are seeing my posts on Facebook. So that's a big audience, or I should say a decent size audience to start getting a message across to. And within that large of an audience, what you're going to find is people who want what you have. So that's the importance of a large audience. If you only have 200, 300, 400 Facebook friends, it's not large enough. Your audience isn't large enough to create anything significant in your business yet. So building a large audience is key on social media if you want to use social media as a platform to generate leads and to close sales, period. You know, that being said, there's lots of other ways to generate leads out there. There's a lot of traditional methods like going to meetups, meeting people in your everyday life, friends and family, your list of people. There's tons of ways to meet people. So you don't have to do social media if that's not a platform you're comfortable with. But for those who are, and that's why you're here today, it's a very, very powerful way to create connections. So from my Facebook profile, I'm then able to direct people to my fan pages. So I've got a couple of fan pages. One is RuthAnnSheridan.com. I also have a website. And here again, I'm using attraction marketing. My avatar, and when I talk about an avatar is the kind of person I want to attract to my business. That avatar would be attracted to the things I'm posting on this business page. So what I'm posting here is tips on, you know, how to generate leads, how to close sales, how to advertise on Facebook, you know, how to invite to events. Videos get a lot of views, 1,331 people were reached with this video, and there are over 500 views. So videos are very, very effective. Here's a training I was doing on Instagram. You know, people, my avatar being other network marketers, other entrepreneurial people, are attracted to this page. This page allows me to connect with a lot of people, provide them value, and when I provide them value, they're interested in joining my business because they see me as an expert, a leader, and someone who can teach them things as they're growing their business. So that's the way I've been attracting a lot of quality people into the business. The other page I have is for the love of designer fashion. Right there. And I just started building this page a couple of weeks ago. Haven't done much with it yet. But again, this is a business page that you can use to actually advertise some of our products. So this particular post here, I connected it to my MLM's website where I could sell this beautiful ring. You know, bought a $13 Facebook ad and reached 10,000 people. Now, there's one important thing I want to say about this is on business pages like this one, Facebook will only show your page to the extent you get lots and lots of page likes and people looking at your stuff and clicking on your stuff. So sometimes to get some traction on your business page, it isn't enough just to ask your friends to like it. You've got to have a couple of paid ads every now and then to create this kind of interaction. And when you see this, then Facebook will say, oh, that's an interesting page. I'm going to start showing it more. So their algorithms look for things that are interesting through numbers of likes and comments. And if the algorithm finds something, it's going to show it over and over and over again. And that's why, you know, if you've had a really interesting post, you may still get a like or two 3 or 4 days down the road. That's because Facebook is continuing to show it in the news feeds because it has gained some momentum, and the algorithms say that post was interesting, we're going to keep showing it. So that's just a little bit about Facebook and your branding. I don't want to spend too much time here and take away from what I really want to cover tonight. So when I started really marketing myself and building my brand on Facebook, I was doing it for probably about 2 years consistently. And, you know, I gained a tiny bit of momentum. I was slowly building. I doubled my friends list. I started, you know, with about 400 friends, ended with about 800 in December of 2015. And, but that really wasn't still a big enough audience to be effective on Facebook. So I knew that I had to do something very, very different. See, there's my followers there. So it's almost 2,100 followers as well. So when I decided to do something different, I looked at some of the technology platforms out there that were lead generation platforms. And I did quite a bit of research. There's a bunch of them. There's Lead Pages, there's Empower Network, there's My Lead System Pro, MLSP. And I decided to go with My Lead System Pro. Now, I will tell you that 2 years prior to December 2015, I had tried My Lead System Pro. I spent about 6 months in the program with very little traction. And the reason being was I set up my system, I got inside it, and I got overwhelmed because there was just so much stuff there that I tried a little bit of everything and I did nothing well. So I knew that if I was going to try it again this time, I had to do something significantly different. I had to pick one vertical and get really, really good at it. So after, you know, this sort of revelation that I had, I did sign up again for My Lead System Pro on January 2nd of 2016, and I really committed to it for about 2 months. So I committed to being trained. I committed to being coachable. I committed to doing what I was told to do and not question it. And I knew if I didn't do that, I was going to have the same results I had 2 years ago, which was a big fat zero. So I thought, okay, I'm going to give it 2 months. And if I see traction in 2 months, I'm going to stick with it. So I started following, I set up my system. I started following a system that used Facebook and an autoresponder. And what an autoresponder is there's one in My Lead System Pro. I happen to use Aweber, and it's basically a system that captures leads and emails and allows you to broadcast emails to that list as you're growing your list. So I want to tell you about that because what happened to me was I went from about 800 friends and followers in December of 2015, and then fast forward to the end of February of 2015, I was just around 4,000 friends and about 1,500 followers. So, you know, My Lead System Pro helped me skyrocket my following. And what happened was when I had a big following and I joined a new MLM 2 months ago, I sent one email out to my list and asked them to join me. And I had, over the course of 2 weeks, 4 people join me who had never met me, never spoken to me, but felt like they knew me at a $3,600 startup level. So does the system work? Yes. It works in terms of the audience you'll build. It works in terms of helping turn a cold market lead into your warm market. And that means a cold lead into a lead that feels like they know you and trust you. And that's the difference. If you were like some of the really big internet marketers like Vince Ortega, Cesar Rodriguez, they're building their business on cold leads only. They're not warming them up through a system. But what that means is you need at least 10 times the number of leads, if not more, to be able to achieve a sale. So you need a list of 50, 60, 70,000 people to be able to do what I did with a small list, because I took the time to warm them up through email communications. So what I want to do is I'm going to take you into My Lead System Pro. We're going to spend about 10 minutes here. I'm going to show you how I used the system to generate leads and how I wrote to my list consistently to help them feel like they knew me. And that's what was the magic. That's where the real magic is. Now you can go out and you can generate cold leads all day long. I will tell you, you're going to need thousands and thousands to be able to accomplish building an effective lead system. There's my daughter. She's texting me. She's such a cutie. So back to the internet here. So I'm going to go back into My Lead System Pro and show you a little bit about what you have here. So this is my back office here. And the way we generate leads in My Lead System Pro is through pre-made trainings. So I'm a mastery member in My Lead System Pro. I really recommend anybody who comes in, come in at the mastery level, because there's also a suite of products and trainings that you can sell on the internet and earn profits from. So if you're in network marketing, MLM, if you take a look at the big leaders in your company, all of them have multiple streams of income, whether it's from books they've authored, whether it's from trainings that they've done online that people buy, whether it's from CDs, whether it's from events that they're hosting. They've all got multiple streams of income. So why don't you? So My Lead System Pro gives you a way to have another stream of income when you're marketing trainings on the internet. So the way I do this, it's actually pretty simple. So under this link here called My Websites, I'm going to just give you an example of what I do. So I'm going to go into a system campaign here, and these are all pre-made campaigns that you can share in various places on the internet to create leads. So I'm just logging in here, or logging back in. I got logged out. Okay, and when we scroll down, we're going to take a look at this Facebook training. So, you know, all of these things here are trainings that are already made for you that you can market on the internet. So I'm going to I really like this Instagram training too. It's got a pretty good conversion rate. So by clicking on this little magnifying glass, you can see what the training looks like. So 10-minute per day Instagram blueprint, add 150 leads per month to your business for free. And then when people click there for access to that free training, they're going to have to put in their name and their email address to get instant access. So what that looks like, let's just do it here. Ruth and Ruth. So I want to show you what it looks like. Get instant access. So here's the free training. It's 58 minutes long. I'll just show you what the beginning looks like. So okay, guys, so that's a really fantastic training by a lady named April Marie Tucker. She does all of the Instagram trainings for My Lead System Pro. And it was that training right there that allowed me to increase my following on Instagram from 400 followers to over 6,000 now. So the trainings are, the free trainings are really, really valuable, not only to generate leads, but for you to learn from. So that's what the lead capture page looks like. Now, remember when I put in my name and my email address, that goes to the autoresponder. So it goes to the list. So if we go over here, and this is Aweber, and in subscribers here, you would see that lead show up in the list of subscribers, okay? And from there, you can send email broadcasts, but we're gonna come back to that in a minute. So what I would do to generate a lead is I would go over to this little link here. So here is my personalized link to that lead capture page that I just showed you for the Instagram training. So when people click on that, the system knows that it's tied to my account, so that the lead goes to Aweber. And then if anybody ever purchases through MLSP one of the profit campaigns, because there's also products that you can sell and earn a retail profit, they're all trainings and systems, then that commission goes to me, okay? So what I would do is I would just copy that, and then what I like to do, because I have a Mac, I would go over to my notes here, and hopefully it'll open. Come on. There. And I actually, let me just find that here. Instagram leads. So I would just paste that in my note, and then I would write something. So here I wrote Instagram leads. Before this training, I had 400 Instagram followers. Now I have 3,800. Well, now it's actually 6,000. That must be an old note. And I'm creating new leads for my MLM all day long. The training is a game changer. You can see for yourself on Instagram. And then I put my Instagram name. So I'm going to put 6,000 here. I'm going to copy this with the link. And then I'm going to go over to Facebook. And in Facebook, I've joined probably 300 groups. So I'm just going to go into one of these groups here. They're all work from home groups, MLM groups, things like that. And I'm going to pull up this group, and I am going to post what I wrote. So I'm just going to paste it, Command V. There. And I am going to hit post. So what happens in these groups is many of these groups have thousands and thousands of people in. And when somebody clicks on my little free ad, you'll notice I didn't pay Facebook to do this. Then they're going to put in their email address and their name. It's going to go to that autoresponder in Aweber to capture their information. And now I can start writing to them. I can connect with them. I can send them individualized emails. I can call them because I can set up a form that allows me to capture their phone number. So it's a great way to generate leads for people who are looking to generate leads. So what kind of person is that? That's someone who is probably a home business owner or a business owner. They're entrepreneurial. They have a pain because they're not able to generate leads, which generally means they're probably not doing that great in their business. So do you have a solution that can help them? Probably, because you have a lead generation solution now. You can teach them something. They're going to get this fantastic free training from April Marie Tucker, who's an amazing Instagram expert. And if you have a home-based business or an MLM, then you'll have the chance to show it to them and see if, maybe it's right for them. Maybe you guys really resonate, and your prospect's looking for a leader that you are, and you can bring them into your MLM too. That's exactly how this is working. So that's how you generate leads through My Lead System Pro. Okay, and I teach you how to do all of this, and it's very systemized, and you have to do it step by step. Otherwise, you will fail, just like I did 2 years ago. So now, let's say we're 3 weeks down the road, and you've created 100, 200, 300 new leads in My Lead System Pro. Now you're going to start what we call twisting your list. And that, guys, is where the real magic is, because that's where, you are going to take those cold market leads. So all of those people who clicked on your link and put in their email address to get the free training have no idea who you are. Unless, of course, they clicked on you and looked at your Facebook profile, but that's probably not likely. So we want to take that cold lead and warm them up. So how do we do that? We do that by writing in a very, very specific way to your list. Now, all of you, I'm sure, have gotten very newsletter-like emails, sort of canned kind of emails. Well, that kind of stuff isn't going to warm your list up. It just isn't. They're going to feel like it's a canned email, and they're just going to likely delete it. Okay? But when we start to write to people, and I have 10 different letter types that we write to people so that they come to know and like you, or feel like they know and like you. And you're always going to be giving value. You're always going to be giving something for free. And every once in a while, you're going to introduce them to something that you're selling. There's 10 different kinds of letters. They're all crafted in a very specific way to let your audience come to feel like they know, trust you, and that you're their friend. So I just want to show you, one letter. So this was a letter, got a decent opening rate. Let's see what it looks like. Review sent message. Oh, this was a quickie. So you're always writing in a way that you would talk to your friends. It's not canned. You write the way you talk. So just, this went out to my list. Just a quick pop in to let you know that I created a video for you. It's over here on my blog, and it's my exact script on what to say when you call back your leads. It's really all about asking them a ton of questions. You'll get the drift when you watch it. Hope you like. If you do leave me a comment, would love to hear what you think. Oh, and happy Friday. And it'll have my signature on there, which has all of my social media links. because I want people to lurk me. I want them to go back and look to see who I am, because all of my posts, remember, are done very intentionally. Let's go in and look at another letter that I wrote to my list. For a while there, before I got really busy with my new venture, I was writing every day. And I'm going to get back to that now that things have calmed down a little bit. Here was one. So I wrote this late one Saturday night, because I know there are people online who are desperate on a Saturday night wondering what the heck they're going to do for their home-based business where they're doing no business. So I wrote this message another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. Then I said, do you remember that song, Cat Stevens? I mean, it's pretty old, but I heard it this morning on the radio, and it got me thinking about how things were 5 years ago. I was on my own, raising my daughters, and I often spent Saturday nights online, hoping friends would show up on Facebook to chat with after my kids were in bed. Well, do you think people who read that could identify with that? Probably some of them. I was building my MLM at the time, had no clue what I was doing. I think I had scared all my Facebook friends away, all 300 of them, LOL. Fast forward to today. I'm not alone anymore. I met this great guy, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes on a Saturday night, I'm still found on Facebook. It's different now. And then I go on, and I show them at the end, okay, a video on how to create leads, which links to a product that I'll earn profit from. So it's written about, it's a story, it's written about something that may resonate with people who are sitting online late on a Saturday night. And that is being posted to people who clicked on links in those MLM groups. So it's a very targeted email. So do you see how the power of very targeted marketing works? Branding, your avatar, a system of free content used to attract leads, and then a system of emails, which are stories that would resonate with those people at particular times in the day, that will allow them to feel like they know you. So that's the way the system works. I teach it. I take you right from the beginning so you don't fail like I did 2 years ago. And once you've generated some leads, and we create some benchmarks for lead generation, then we move on to letter writing and teaching you how to write these 10 kinds of letters and really how to twist your list so that they do come to know, like you, and want to buy from you. Excuse me. So that's what we're all about. If you want to join my Lead System Pro, you need to connect with me to get this training. If you just go to their website and buy it, I don't get paid for my time to train you. So you've got to come through me to purchase my Lead System Pro. Then I'll be happy to put you in the group that I'm starting up to train you on this system. It can be used across any home-based business, any business for that matter, any MLM. And I hope you liked what you saw. If you do have questions, connect back with me through Facebook. And I will be starting this group next Sunday evening at 9 p.m. The sessions will run 1 hour, and then I'll be available once a week for a pop-up call, and we'll answer your questions through a conference call line. So if you like what you see, get back to me. We'll get you signed up. Spend this week getting your system hooked up so we can hit the ground running next Sunday. Hope you have a great night, guys. Sorry I went 5 minutes over. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you real soon, okay? Bye.